So would it get this right in a minute, folks? Huh? All right, guys. I thought I'd give you a little bit more time for y'all to get in here. I guess only one person. That's all right. It'll grow. If you're not noticed, the views have been growing slowly but surely, and so is the subscribers, which I appreciate y'all coming back. And I'm sorry the convenience, but it's not my fault. It's the communists' fault. Good grief. The news that has come out. Okay. Finding out the blue beam could be the fake Rapture, folks. Blue beam, that would be Project Blue Beam. And then the Bioshock. You've seen the game, Bioshock 1 and 2. Well, they got a weapon coming out in 5 years called the Bio Weapon. They're saying that could be the Rapture. Okay? Like I said, Jesus is not going to come back and give you the rapture, okay? It's going to be man-made, killing everybody left and right. That will be the rapture, okay? I thought you might want to know that, since a lot of people are keeping you out of the know on that situation, which I think people needs to know the truth. I think people needs to know what's the honest truth. And I don't see it on any other channel. I really don't. And it blows me away. I sat there and watched all them channels for all them years, and I'm like, something's not right. It just don't, it sounds like it's missing something. Well, find out when you get with ex-CIA and ex-NSA, the truth is different than the news that you're watching right now. They're just pulling you around like you're a little kid in a wagon, and that's the way I look at it. I don't like the way the news is these days. I don't know about y'all. If you can see the screen, please hit like, or whoever you are. You don't have to reveal yourself. It's cool. No big deal. You know, my dog. I did not mean to do that. Fix that. Okay. Sorry about that. I did not know it was on. Okay. That probably hurt your ear there. Sorry about that. That's my ringtone on my phone. But yeah, there is a weapon that China's coming out with called the bioweapon. They're building right now as we speak. They're so behind on stuff right now. And what I'm finding out is Donald Trump is getting out. He's getting out why it's good. He just came in there to get what he wanted and to get out. He helped a little bit on jobs and stuff like that. But if you didn't see what happened with all the signings and all the meetings of all the other countries with the leaders, we pretty much got sold out. Pretty much. It's going to look like, what you call it, Red Dawn 2012. You're going to see everybody coming in here and you're going to be like, holy crap, the government sold us out. And that's what you're going to see in a couple of years. Now, this is what I'm finding out. They're trying to figure out to take out Trump very, very soon with a guy named Brennan. Anybody knows who he is, you can comment down below and tell me. I don't study these men that they're putting in left and right. Mueller, he spit out blanks. Now this guy named Brennan's coming in here and going to try to stop Trump. I'm going to be honest with you right now. You're not going to stop Trump. Nobody's going to stop Trump. If anybody stops Trump, they should have done it a long time ago. All these threats, I'm going to kill this president, I'm going to kill that president, and haven't done nothing. Do you know why? Because those are puppets that's telling you what to do so you can get in trouble. You see where I'm coming from? They're trying to get you in trouble, and it's not right. That's not the way it should be. I'm going to start my gaming so y'all can listen to the news. But the Rapture could be Blue Beam, the fake one. The real one will be probably 5 years from now. And I'm not going to be a liar to you. Things can change. Right now, it's 5 years, is what my advisor is telling me. Which, I'm going to be honest with you. Rapture or no rapture, you're either going to hell or heaven. And the way I look at it is, we got to straighten things out, get along with everybody, try to work together as a team. Quit letting these countries run over us and telling us what to do. Quit letting Obama tell you what to do. Quit letting Trump tell you what to do. Be your own person. That's what I think should happen. And I know that screen is a lot better than it was last time. Holy crap, a lot better. And the camera is a lot better. But y'all asked me to come back. Y'all wanted me to go back live. This is how I had to do it, is get a backup channel. They won't be no music. But there will be a lot of reporting and a lot of news that I watch and I listen to that but the stuff that I say is some of these channels are saying. Okay? Well, this goes way, way back then when Obama was in office. Okay? This may be my last report for tonight. Because it's a long one. And I think y'all really need to know it. But Glenn Beck tried to tell everybody what was going on before they fired him. Obama had Fox to fire Glenn Beck because he told the plan what was going on with George Soros. George Soros told Obama what to do. and Obama told Fox what to do. It's kind of like one step forward, and then the other guy steps back. Glenn Beck used to be on our side. Now he's sold out to the Democrats. By the way, there's another thing. If The Rock does run, he's running for Democrat. Him and Obama has been talking. I didn't know if you knew that or not. So here's your story, and here's your. If you want another Obama in there, go right ahead. But I hear the governor of Minnesota, the former governor of Minnesota, is going to be coming in trying to run with Howard Stern. That was the last report. And then you got the CEO of Facebook, which I don't think he should run. I think he's a joke. And I think he's too young to run. And I really, believe it or not, I don't think none of these celebrities needs to run. And I think the only people that needs to be running, and we the people, should be running, not these presidents, because they've run this thing in the ground. But I think it's going to be a woman, seriously. But with further ado, I want y'all to hear what is going on and how we're at the table, on the poker table. And believe it or not, we're not even playing in the poker table. I'm going to let y'all listen to this. It's unbelievable. Enjoy. And the ones that's there, thank you for showing up.
These are the spoils that everybody's playing for. This is it. These are the spoils. The world is changing. All of the power is going to change. I'm sorry, but America is going...
I agree. And be honest with you, celebrities are nothing but MK Ultra microchip puppets. And all we can do now, folks, is try to communicate with each other, even though they're trying to knock our communications off in Facebook and YouTube. Keep an eye on my YouTube channel every hour. If something pops up, it's gonna be there, I promise. You just gotta keep up with my channel. And if you're not noticed, I'm the real deal out there. I have not seen anything good out there lately. It's sickening. I mean, that little kid that does the weather does better than these other channels do. And that's sad. That's really sad to say. But we got 19-year-olds out there that's smarter than some of these players. And they're playing y'all. Y'all are being played like a freaking fiddle or a checkerboard or a chessboard. Y'all are a pawn to the NWO. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I know y'all are getting tired of being enslaved and being a puppet. I know I am. I'm telling you, if we don't get going and we don't work together as a team, we're going to be dead, buried, and gone.
To change. The question is, will she survive? The answer is yes, if we pay attention. So who is playing? Who is sitting at the table and saying, I'm putting more chips on the table? Who is actually playing? I contend the United States is not playing. The United States is being played. These are the players at the table, the real serious players. Everybody else is a clown. You have George Soros, you have Russia, China, and Islam. These are the players of the table. And if you look at each of these players, you will see they all have cards that they are holding. And you would say, if you just looked at their cards, who's going to win? Well, Soros, he is the ultimate...
Who? Nope, that's not him. Somebody else.
Capitalist. He has made billions of dollars, and he wants to slam the door shut on others. Now, I don't know if he even cares what the system is now. He just wants his own system, this open society thing. He has called for a new world order for years. Listen.
You really need to bring China a new world order.
Financial world order.
And that's
It
what
only
they've
gets
done.
more greedy as you get closer to Soros. This is a guy who's known as the man who broke the Bank of England. He's brought down economies before. The game George Soros is playing is a game where he will financially win. Soros and his allies, the allies in the government, and not just this government. He has allies in the labor unions. He has allies everywhere. Now, not the government and labor unions because he loves America and Democratic presidents or he supports the little guy in labor disputes, but because he believes they're cards that he needs to hold to win this pie, the accomplishment of his goal, the nouveau order. Now, how do I know that? From his own words. He has said he doesn't love the United States. He said that the United States is the biggest obstacle to the open society, which is a form of government that he envisions. Quote, the main obstacle to a stable and just world order is the United States. So why would he want to hold these cards? Again, if you don't hold them, someone else is. Clear enough for you? Not a fan, not a patriot. He's a guy who wants fundamental transformation of America. Now, I don't believe the United States is the main obstacle to a stable and just world order. Do you? This man's playing for control of this. But is anyone reporting, or does anybody care? I believe we have always been the great last hope for the world. And we still are. Okay. He also has banking. He has the corporations through the Tides Foundation and things like that. He has the media. Hello, Fareed. Are you watching? Are you busy on the phone with Obama or Soros? The media. He has the radical. He has communists who are joining with all of these groups. This man's a capitalist. Why would he?
Who's that? Never heard of him. I'm sorry. Brennan, I don't know if you heard, if you just popped in. Brennan is trying to push Donald Trump out. That's their next little spat compared to Mueller's spat. Now they're going to go to something else. They're going to blame Donald Trump for the oil spill now, when it was China's drones. Mark it on your calendar.
Have radicals. Why? Fuel. He has the churches.
Thank you for the like.
He's godless. Why is he funding so many church activities? The man is an atheist. Doesn't make sense unless you understand he's playing for the world. Next player at the table is Russia. You have, with Russia, they've got a lot. Most Americans completely dismiss them as a nation that we needn't concern ourselves anymore. It's a non-threat, but Russia...
Yes, you made it, and I'm gonna recap it just fast for you, okay? The bio weapon is the Rapture. Did you understand me? The bio weapon in 5 years will be the Rapture, folks. You're welcome. The next Rapture that you will see will probably be July 27th, and it will be a blue beam fake Rapture. Fake alien Rapture. Blue beam, Project Blue Beam. The fake Rapture. Yes, you got a fake one coming, and you got a real one coming. Well, not Jesus doing it, okay? It's always going to be man-made, but they're going to kill everybody with the weapon, okay? You're either going to hell or heaven when you die. That's the way that's the plan. The Bible is so different compared to what I'm finding out. That was the plot of the second Rosemary's Baby book, LOL. Okay. Yes. Well, I'm just giving you heads up. A lot of people were confused, and I don't want you to be confused. I want to give y'all heads up of what's coming and what's going and what is happening. China already taking over Iowa. I told you it was going to happen. Now China's taking over California and Hawaii. I told you, state by state by state, one by one, slowly but surely is what's happening right now. Yes, you're welcome. Hey, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't even know. I had to ask questions, and I got answers from my advisor, and it just popped out of nowhere. I was like, holy cow, they're going to use a bioweapon. just like the game called BioShock 2. And I was like, wow, that makes sense. Because think about it. In the Batman and like in the Superman movie or the Transformer movie, what they use? And how about the Aliens, the Independence Day? Thank you for the 2 likes, by the way. But it is just, it's making complete good sense here. You were early with the Iowa story. Yes, I was. I was right on top of it. I knew it was coming. Remember when I told you our gas prices are going to go up? That was one of their plans. And that's what I was trying to tell y'all, but people don't want to hear that unless it really comes out. And that's the thing. We got to get used to being ahead of the game. Like I said with the volcano geyser, I knew that was coming, and then all of a sudden now CBS is finally coming out. The news finally said something about it Thursday, and I was like, ha ha ha, gotcha, I beat you. And I mean that's the way I look at it. And you got to be ahead of the game. You got to. If you're not, you're going to be left behind. And no pun intended, Nicolas Cage would tell you that. I am giving Austin news to send you. Great. Because Austin, believe it or not, he's sending everything to my Andrew Jackson Facebook. So whatever you do, put it out there. I'll see it. I'll see it and I'll play it. And I'll listen to it. I can still do that. But if you don't, I mean, if you go to my other one, it's not working. I don't even know what's going on with it. It just disappeared. Like somebody hit the bio weapon on it or something. But yes, Glenn Beck is telling you what the plan is. Yes, it's Glenn Beck. This is what made him get fired. Obama told to fire him back in the day, and it's the plan. Same plan. China's on the table right now, folks. I can't share anything of Andrew's to Facebook. That's crazy. That's crazy. Because he's doing it. Ring is Austin. He's doing it. That makes no sense. Unless y'all's settings are messed up, I don't know. But I'm telling you, people disappearing left and right. Now Vicky has left the building. We don't even know where she went. We don't know if she's dead or alive. It's sad. It really is. I made a mistake giving out information on Dustin. I won't never do that again.
Russia is using communist countries like Venezuela. They are also playing a wicked game, co-opting the Middle East. They know if the control of oil, if you control oil in Europe, you got Europe. That's why they are building pipelines all through Europe. Look who's been building alliances with Europe. With Russia. It's Turkey. Last year, the two agreed to build the first Turkey nuclear plant, a project worth $20 billion. We can't build one here, but Turkey can? Russia is building one. Russia is the biggest trading partner in Iran. They're helping Iran build one. We can't build one, but Iran is safe to have a nuclear power plant. Also, Russia and Venezuela. Last year, the two countries promised to strengthen their bilateral ties. Russian even says the communist country has acted like a real friend. Aren't they? Didn't we just announce on this program last week that they're also building missile platforms in Venezuela? Russia and Pakistan. Earlier this month, the president of Russia and Pakistan got together, had a little chat about working together on energy products, like building a pipeline and exploring for gas. Russia and Libya. Russia's foreign minister just met with the rebel leaders. They are even strengthening ties with China. That's a country they hate each other. They've never been friendly. China pledged to be a key partner in Russia's plan to build up its Far East region.
What are you talking about? They have what? Been attacking you? Who's been attacking you? Elf. You got elves attacking you? Shit, you need to get you some sleep. You got elves? Like Santa Claus elves. I'm confused. You got me confused bad. I could yesterday to Twitter. Twitter sucks. And now we're finding out Facebook, CEO of Facebook's trying to run for president. Oprah Winfrey. Good God, I'm going to be honest with you, man. 2023. Holy cow, wait a minute. 5 years is 2023. The movie is called 23. 23. 23. It's not September the 23rd. I figured it out. 23 is the bioweapon. That makes sense. 2023. Wow. Holy cow. That makes sense.
Which is loaded with natural resources. Now let's take a look at China, shall we? I have to take a break. We'll come back and take a look at China, and then this one. And then what's the solution? Don't despair. There is hope, but you must know who's sitting at the table. Next.
That's crazy. Just listen to what he has to say.
Tonight, I just want to show you the world is being divvied up, and I want to show you who the players are sitting at the table. Think of this as a poker game, and it's everything is in, and winner takes all.
Hold on, what did you say? Have you checked the Schumann frequency? Excuse me, I have bad stuff when it spikes. Huh? I don't know what that means. I don't know what ELF means. You got me, man. You got me, sweetie. Elves. We're elves. We're fucked. Is that what you're trying to say? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, electronic harassment. Oh, okay. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, we've been knowing that we were going to get hacked and shut down since October the 1st, 2016. We knew about this, right? I mean, we seen it coming. That's why I had to get all the information out. I thought it was F on me too. Now I'm not so sure. Can't name who they are. Okay, yeah, well, I'm going to be honest with you. Just do what you got. Do what you can, okay? I mean, buddy, Ring is doing a great job. I'm seeing him share my stuff, and it's working. It's staying there, too. All he has to do, he don't have to put nothing out there. He just shares it and tags me in my posts and stuff, and that's what's so cool. So you can share it on your Facebook if you want to, and let your family and friends know what's coming and what's going on, because people are confused. The Bible confused a lot of people, folks. There's too many Bibles out there. There's more than one Bible. And I'm going to be honest with you, that will confuse somebody. A preacher don't even know how to tell it. Yeah, well, EMP is not the bioweapon. EMP is just a satellite going into the posts, or the the 5G towers. They're going to use them. But I'm going to be honest with you, Anonymous is probably going to knock our power off. It's not going to be who they think it's going to be, because Anonymous has already warned everybody if they shut people's freedom or keep on killing people, they're going to stop it. They're going to stop the shit. That's the only way to stop the chip. If you stop the chip, you shut the power down. There ain't going to be no chip running. Think about it. If they shut down the government's power and China's power, there ain't going to be no power. Praying is working, yes. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. Brennan is the next bullet, I guess they're going to use. on Trump to impeach him. It's not going to be Mueller is out. There's no more Mueller, is what I'm hearing. It's going to be some guy named Brennan, which I don't study a lot of stuff. I don't know who's who. All I know is who's trying to stop who, and that's all I know. And all I know is Glenn Beck's show that he got fired off of. This story right here tells it all, and this is who's in the game and who's not. And you're not going to believe that we're not in the game.
At least that's what some hope. Soros, we already showed you, he wants a new world order. He's with the UN, he's with the banks, he's with the corporations. An atheist is giving millions to churches to help him on this new world order. He's got radicals, communists helping him. He's on his payroll. I'm sorry, laundered money from him. He's got all of that happening.
So did you hear what he just said? He paid the churches off. And I own me for years since I saw. Okay. Well, I want to be honest with you. What you just heard. All churches are paid off. Did you understand that? You're being deceived and lied to in church. I just want you to know that. That is possible. Okay. That's great. But the weapon that is happening right now to make... Look, this is what's happening in outer space. With CERN pulling everything toward us, well, there is another weapon called Nibiru. Nibiru is a big red satellite, gigantic planet, looks like a planet that's going around and around. It's making the planet go left and right, different places. It's changing us left and right on purpose to make us think that God is out there doing that. Yes, it's China. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna keep on going. I'm not gonna stop. I can't. I enjoy helping people. I enjoy helping kids and ladies that's going through a lot with. Some of them are like single because the men and women listen to the government, mama, and all them, and that's not good. That is not good at all. The sad part is they're trying to depopulate the area, but they're trying to separate everybody. We need to quit separating everybody, folks. We need to quit listening to the government. Every time we listen to the government, what do? We screw up. Black, white, and Hispanic, and Muslim. We got to stop. If we don't stop, what are we going to do? We're going to be outnumbered. That's what we're going to be. That's their plan. Their plan to stop us and our freedom. And I'm not stopping. I went to church, but guess what? Our preacher was talking about masturbating. That would make you stop, wouldn't it? To you? I mean, seriously. Thank you for the 2 likes, though. Seriously. Yeah, we are the church. That's right. We're trying to bring in the real truth, nothing but the truth. And there is one God that we believe in. We don't believe in the Lamb of God that the government and Trump and all them believe in. See, y'all don't understand, people. There is another God that they believe in. And that's what they're trying to push you into. And if you get pushed into it, you're going to be like Beyonce doing a little dance at the Lakers game or the New York game, whatever basketball game she was doing. She was just bobbing for apples or something. You're going to look like Shaquille O'Neal looking at nothing, staring at nothing. Or you're going to look at Al Roker, the weatherman from NBC, staring out in space like, huh? Do you really want to look like that, guys? Do you really want that? Like I told you, if you haven't gone my other videos that I've been doing since Friday on this channel, you need to go back to it. Because the first video is only got 88 views on there. And that's the biggest video. That's the first video that I told you that Trump was not running for president for the next term. I knew that in the 80s that the rich guy was only going to come in for 4 years and then leave. Guess who the rich guy is? Donald Trump. Donald Trump, folks. That is your deceive, and that is your delusion in the Bible. See where I'm coming from? Let's go back to listen to what Glenn Beck has to say.
Why? He's a capitalist. You have Russia, radicals, military, and energy.
You need prayers. No, you're doing great, Ring. Thank you for all the work you've done. I hope you shared the video of the oil spill on my Facebook and the others. I'm going to be honest with you right now. If you did not understand the bio weapon, okay. This is what I got to tell you, Ring. Okay? My goddaughter, what now? My goddaughter, my sister had to take her to the ER. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I told y'all got to stay out. Y'all got to stay from inside. Look, the babies are getting sicker because y'all are outside. If you're in the middle of the rain, you're going to be sick. Tell your sister what I said. I'm not lying to you. Your sister got to understand this. Okay? Everything is chemtrails, and it's making people sick. By the way, if you haven't heard the last video, Mississippi's water just turned oil. Yes, your washing water, your tap water, your bathing water is black. Yes, so sun is poisonous, but it's not the sun that's doing it, Holly. It's not the sun that's doing it. It's CERN Switzerland pulling the sun flares toward us. CERN Switzerland is 88 miles per hour every day. Do you know what 88 miles per hour means? 88 miles per hour means back to the future. They're trying to bring in the future with that thing. That thing is not just bringing in the future, it's trying to bring in demons, which you're not going to see. It's going to be fake demons from China. Y'all are being deceived. Y'all are being lied to. And I'm going to be honest with you right now. It's not going to happen. Yes, check your water, New Orleans. You're too close to Mississippi. I done forgot what city it was. But yes, everybody needs to check your water. This is the same stuff that's happening over there in India right now. Okay? I reported that. I reported that our gas prices are going up after the oil rig, or the oil, I keep on saying oil rig, the train that was on with all the oil that accidentally came off tracks. Bullcrap. It was a freaking drone. That drone hit the freaking, the train tracks and tore that freaking thing into pieces right in the middle of the water where everybody has to wash and drink and everything. They did that on purpose. That was a complete Barack Hussein Obama plan to get Donald Trump out of there. No doubt. But, like I said, it is not just a Barack Hussein Obama. And anybody tells me June 21st, Barack Hussein Obama was wearing a Satan outfit. No, it wasn't. It was January. He wore that. Y'all are wrong on that. I went and looked back. You know what happened the 21st? The 21st is when the pedophile priest went to Italy and had sex and did some ritual stuff to a kid. I thought you might want to know that. Well, there is a bad moon rising. Okay, you got a moon. Everything's supposed to be getting in line July 27th. Okay, that is your blue beam, Project Blue Beam. What I've been talking about. The Project Blue Beam is it's concerning because everybody's going to be looking up in the sky, and then here comes the poison that everybody's going to be breathing. And that's what I'm concerned about. People don't understand what's about to happen. But Project Bluebeam is going to be fake aliens. Fake, folks. What you're seeing in Nevada right now is China's drones coming in and out. We just had a drone get shot up in the Middle East, and they missed it. And they're blaming some other country when it's China. China's doing all this, folks. China's doing all this delusion crap, and y'all are believing in it. That's the sad part, and that's what I'm trying to get y'all out of. Even Kid Rock tried to tell you, China's doing all this. And you know the sad part is, if Kid Rock ran, I'd probably vote. That's pretty bad. Because he knows more than any of the presidents. Hold on. There is some news coming out of... oh, wow. Yeah, there's some news coming out of... which we can't go to right now. I want y'all to keep on listening to this because this makes perfectly good sense of what they're trying to do to America. Okay, Glenn Beck, who was telling will lead the New World Order ? That's the story that got him fired, and it's the truth. It is the truth. Everything that he is saying is the truth, folks. Thanks for the 3 likes.
They're sitting at the table, they're holding some good cards here, and they've already got Europe by the throat. Then you have China. China is the obvious winner here. They have plenty of money, plenty of people. They have tech, they have resources. The military is about to take over. Think of this. They have 1.4 billion people in China alone. We have 310 million. India has 1.2 billion.
Okay, that was old. This was in 2011. Guys, now they've got 4 billion people. It's not 1.4 anymore. It's 4 billion in China.
Got it? China is just investing in gold. They have invested, they're buying, 10,000 tons of gold here in the next year. It's crazy what they're doing. They've got the resources. These guys, there are 3 players at the table here that have a lot in common. They're playing with fire. They're playing with radicals. These guys do not like an unstable world. They don't like it. They're slower, more methodical. They don't want to upset the apple cart because they have 1.4 billion people. That thing becomes unstable. It's chaos in China. So they don't like an unstable world. Neither does Soros in the end. Soros has got to get rid of these people. He'll get rid of these people. He'll get rid of these people really in the end because anything that is too radical, that has too many thugs, he's a businessman. It's just business. It's not personal. When he's done, he's done. But he's playing with fire because he's also tied himself through these radicals down here. And this is the last one sitting at the table. Radicalized Islam. Islam, as it's done in the Middle East, they have the oil, but they also have something.
Yeah. Chris Cornell was trying to tell you something. Yeah, you're right. But that black hole sun is planet Wormwood hitting the sun too. It ain't just, and you got asteroids hitting the sun. There is so much going on with the sun, okay? CERN is like a vacuum cleaner. It pulls everything toward us, okay? Or a magnet. Because remember, how did we make all them asteroids? We made them from steel, coal and metal. All that. Even the chemtrails are going up in outer space, believe it or not. Everything's not going down. A lot of it's going up too. That's what I think. They tell us stuff in the movies and songs. Yes. Well, Chris Cornell was trying to warn us about the pedophiles, and so was Chester Bennington. He got murdered. So did Bourdain. Robin Williams got murdered for trying to come out. All of them were about to come out, guys. Paul Walker was about to come out with it. All of them were about to come out with it. But the thing is, Dave kind of blew me away. That is Michael Jackson, folks. He's alive. That is no joke. And you know the funny thing is, we're watching glitches happening to Hollywood stars. What if you're the glitch next? I think that's the microchip, and that's what XCIA is telling me, that they're glitching, and the reason they're glitching is somebody is hacking them. Hey there, buddy. I'm checking in. Good to see you're up and running. Yeah, I'm running all right. I'm running. I'm running hard right now because we're running out of time. Y'all don't understand. We're running out of time. What happened today was big. With the Chester was also warning us about the West Coast tsunami. Believe it or not, no. He was warning you who was doing 9/11 in the Burn It to the Ground song. And he was telling you who was the pedophiles. If you go look back, Google Chester Bennington and Lincoln Park hanging out with the Clintons. It tells who's who. It tells who's the family. Chester Bennington and Podesta are family. I don't know if y'all knew this, but he's the real father. There's Gail. Yeah, Gail's finally back. She didn't realize that I started another channel. Y'all just going to have to keep an eye on my other YouTube channel too. I'm going to do both. I'm going to have both. This is just a live YouTube channel, and with short spurts of news like I've been doing. I don't know if y'all got to see my new Donald Trump out, which that's hilarious. I'm probably going to use that a lot just to make y'all laugh. But that's how I'm trying to get everybody back over here. I put the link under there to the YouTube channel. Maybe it'll work, but a lot of people has thought I just quit. No, I have not. I'm still here. I'm just trying to get live because I've got too much news. With these little short spurts, don't give you all the news, and that's why I'm here to give you all the news. We've got about 7 more minutes on this video, though.
Else that is a trump card, and that is God. I should make that. They have faith. They have faith on their side. They believe in something. George Soros, all of his minions, they only believe in money. Faith in God trumps money every time. And everybody that he has to rule, he rules over. Are you for George Soros's plan? Do you even know what his plan is? How about Russia? Russia, radicals, they have to, both of them in the end, have to have a thugocracy. China is a thugocracy. And Islam, the ultimate. Chop your head off in the Middle East if you disagree. It's not the same Islam here, gang. Who gets control? Who gets control? They're all playing for the same world. But you notice
Hey, you can listen to me, okay? After the show, you can put out links. I've been getting links from other people. I just been deleting them so, we won't get in trouble. So you put out the link, and I'll put the heart out there to tell you that I got the link, and that'll be our little code. How about that? You can put links on my YouTube channel. You just can't do it during the live. Okay? I don't know why. I don't know how you can fix that either. I think they did that on purpose. They think everything's spam. Which some of it is spam. Don't get me wrong, but or like I said, Ring's been putting everything on my Andrew Jackson account and it's working because I've been seeing everything that he puts out there. And Ring, you've been doing a great job. I really appreciate that. I owe you one when you get to Bama.
Didn't say the United States is sitting at the table. We are a card. We're a card. We're not a player. If you don't think this has happened before, it has happened before. How did the most powerful naval force in the world for nearly 2 centuries just disappear? Remember when we started, we had to build new ships for England. How's that possible? The Navy on the Empire where the sun never set? How's it possible? Because we were this player.
You're welcome.
At 1918.
And Amy's been doing a great job too.
We had the money, and then we told people what to do.
I owe her too if she ever comes to Bama.
No matter what anybody else says, Islam, in the end, is the winner because faith trumps all of these things. But there is hope. There's a way to beat it next. All right. Soros, Russia, all of these things. Islam. Radicalized Islam is the winner against those guys. It is. In the end, it might take us years to get there, but it will win in the end. Why?
You're welcome.
All of that stuff works for most of the world because people will go along with it. The Chinese, the Russians, many in the Middle East, they'll all just go along with it. They'll just take it. Even the Europeans will, but Americans won't. Americans won't do it unless we're robbed of our spirit. That's what Cass Sunstein is attacking. Be uncomfortable in your poverty so you become more responsible, more self-reliant, more moral. Be forged in the fire. That is Benjamin Franklin, and that is the American spirit. And we have to join together. Community organizing is the buzzword. In the end, who wins? The guy with the money? No. For a while, the people with the food, and the people with the energy. But I contend it's not the people of faith. It is with the people with a firm reliance of divine providence that also fight for true freedom. It's the little guy that always wins. The giant lumbering corporations? No.
Did you just hear what he just said? The little guy wins. We are the little guy, and we are freedom. And we're going to fight for our freedom and for our kids and for the ladies. Do you know why? Because our ancestors, our fathers, our grandfathers fought for this country. They didn't do it for nothing.
Oh, they always lose. The giant bloated system set up by Louis in Versailles, loser. For a while they may win. But is the farmer behind the tree with a rifle or a rake? It was the farmer with the rifle and the rake hiding behind that tree that took the most lumbering giant of its day out. The most powerful nation on earth took him down. It is David that beats Goliath with faith every time. Goliath loses in the end because all Goliaths are arrogant. If we have firm reliance in the protection of divine providence, all you need is a tree and a rake. Because we had a tree, a rake, and a rifle in 76 when we were a collection of farmers and brought down the British Empire. We just have to hold on to firm reliance of the protection of divine providence and hold on. I'm telling you, gang, we must lock arms this summer to defeat the great powers of the earth and beyond that have aligned against us.
I think that's what he meant. And be honest with you, that's what I
There might
meant.
be some things you're not following or you don't understand. I ask you to.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. That video right there had him fired. Where did everybody go? Shoot, there was like 6 people up there. Who's in there? Anybody? Everybody quit on me? I guess I did. Well, we got more news. Thought I would give you more. because we're running out of time. No doubt. Let's see here. Where's the next part of the news here? Oh, maybe not. There. Let's see here. Where we at? Okay. Breaking news. Okay, never mind. I thought that was. I'm still looking. It just says Mississippi tap water. You're here? Okay. It's Austin Goodrow. All right, cool. Thanks, Andrew. Hope to visit you very soon. Hey, I'd like to see all of y'all. Seriously, I think Alabama's pretty safe. It looks like we're going to have guns in our cars. Kay Ivey signed an executive order on having guns in our cars. They're not going to let these terrorists come in here and take us out. We've got the best. I think we finally got a woman that knows what's up. And be honest with you, I've always said this. If a woman ran for president that was not a pedophile, would probably make office better. Seriously, I think a woman knows what they're doing. And I'm not just saying that because I like women. I'm saying this because I've seen women work their butts off with me at work. And there's some days that they worked over me and past me. And that's awesome because it's hard to do that with me. I mean, you can't hold on too fast with me because I'm always working. But this girl Carmen, she's the one that got me into this. Lindsay got me into this, and if it weren't for them two, I probably wouldn't have ever got into this, folks. I mean, when I finally ran into the right people on, and when I seen all the bullies happening online, that really pissed me off. I really got into it then, and then somebody come to me and said, "Hey, do you want to do more than that?" And I was like, "What's that? What do you mean?" When they told me what I could do, telling everybody the real truth, I was like, I'm in. Count me in. People needs to know what's going on. I mean, seriously, really? The Rapture is a bio weapon? I didn't think of it that way. I didn't know that. You got 5 years, folks. That bio weapon will be fixed and ready to roll. And that will be your Rapture. Just thought you might want to know that. Where are we going here? Oh, yeah. Let's finish this. Prepare for the collapse, part 2.
New digestive advantage now has probiotics that add
I'm going the 28th.
and prebiotics that feed the bacteria you already have.
You're going where? The 28th for what? 7-4 unless blows or the slump happens before then. No, Holly. Holly, you do not want to go. They took everybody off the island. Nobody can go. There's no videos, no pictures going out. No. You can't go. Yeah, they are. You're not going. They're not going to let you. And the FEMA camps are even grabbing the people. FEMA barges, death barges. Oh shit! No, I thought you knew that. Hey, I just helped you.
I've maintained for years that the Fed can't raise interest rates. And what we mean by that is, of course, they can raise their own Fed funds rate. I mean, they can do whatever they want. But as you go out the yield curve, where the actual bond market takes over, buyers and sellers of U.S. Treasuries, Fed's just not in a position that they can drive those rates higher for two reasons. One, I mean, the servicing of the existing debt, which is what?
21 some odd trillion dollars now, Greg, and growing by $1 trillion a year, though nobody really cares anymore. The servicing of that debt, I spoke with a guy by the name of Jim Grant doing an interview on my site about 6 weeks ago. Jim Grant, the publisher of Grant's Interest Rate Observer, one of the most renowned interest rate bond market newsletters in the world.
Thank you for the likes, everyone.
He had done the math, and he said for every 1% move up in the yield curve in general, because of course U.S. Treasuries have varying levels of maturity, every 1% move up adds $140 billion in service cost as a line item on the federal budget. So these people that talk about the 10-year note rate normalizing, whatever that means, going back to 6 or 7%, that would add what?
Holly, I'm gonna help you out here, okay? Shoot, you must have not went through all my videos. Me and Daniel's been trying to tell y'all. After that volcano blows and it slides the end of Hawaii off into the ocean, the whole island's going to go into a tsunami. Yeah, stay away from Hawaii. They're killing people. That's like that homeless cop said in Harvey. They're killing everybody that was in there.
$100 billion a year in interest service costs. And instead of a $1 trillion deficit, which is already implying, a 3% economic growth just to have only that level, we'd be talking $2 trillion a year or more. God forbid we get a recession, which we would, with rates that high. So the Fed can jack the Fed funds rate to give themselves some room to cut it, which...
No. You're not going. I'm telling you. Only drones are going in and out of there. It's not even helicopters or airplanes no more. National Guard's already got the hell out of there. They got everybody out off the island. They're gone. They're just waiting on that thing to go into the ocean.
Really all they're doing. But they can't see long rates move higher. For that reason, you get the increased debt service costs, but it's not just at the public level, it's at the private level too. Corporations, individuals, mortgage rates, car loans, student loans, credit card rates, everything would skyrocket and they'd crash the economy if long rates move higher. Now, on the flip side, if they keep hiking the Fed funds rate from here and long rates don't move higher, then you're going to see what we call an inversion of the yield curve, because a normally positively sloped yield curve, meaning that rates are higher for a 10-year note than a 2-year note, and they're higher for.
Oh yeah, by the way, if you haven't heard, the weather, little man says there's another hurricane coming. Got a hurricane coming next week, and it's going towards South Carolina. South Carolina is the next hit, folks. All right, Hurricane Danielle. Daniel or Danielle, I'm not sure which, but it's going that way. For right now, there is another one, but it's turning toward Hawaii, and I think that's going to turn into a tropical storm and weaken.
30-year bond than a 10-year note, right? The rate should go higher as you go out with a longer maturity. When the yield curve inverts and short rates are higher than long rates, that is always a precursor of recession. Anyone can look this up. The Fed can deny that. They can try to make the case that, oh, no, things are different this time. This is not the way it works. No, that is the way it works. So either way, if the long end, if the bond market sells off and rates spike, then the U.S. economy begins to crash, go into recession, and the next move for the Fed is to start cutting rates and talking about more QE. If more money continues to flow into the long end, I mean, the central banks have created $15 trillion at a minute.
So if I want to get a good night's sleep, I have to pay $300 a month. And that's just...
I ain't paying $300 to get good night's
minimum
sleep.
of QE, new fiat in the last 10 years. If that money continues to flow into the long end looking for a yield, then that yield curve inverts Short rates go to 3%, while the 10-year note's at 2.5%. And again, you get a recession, and we're talking about cutting rates and more QE. So either way,
yes, that's their plan. They're going to use weather warfare on us, just like Hurricane Katrina. I woke up when I heard about Hurricane Katrina being the women being raped and the kids being raped and the murderers happening. They took their guns, and then here comes the bad people to ruin their lives. Just thought you might want to know that. Stay away from Hawaii, please, Holly. You sound like me when I was younger. I was all extreme. Now I'm being patient and trying to manage my body for this invasion, because the invasion's coming, folks. The invasion's coming. There's no doubt. I don't care what you were seeing on the news. The UN stepped out. No, they did not. Who stepped out is, y'all didn't understand it. The UN ambassador, Nikki Haley, stepped out. Obama is taking over the UN. Wake up, people.
the Fed has painted themselves into a corner. We have to anticipate that. We have to look forward. We have to begin to think, okay, if by later this year in 2019, that's the direction these central banks are taking, well then, how will the markets look? How will gold and silver look? And that's what we are trying to decipher here in the middle of June. Again, Fed cannot continue to hike rates without crashing the economy, one way or the other. When they do, the discussion is going to turn to cutting rates. The discussion is going to turn to supporting the bond market, buying more QE, issuing more dollars to make that happen. Suddenly, 2019 becomes a lot like 2011. That's how I see it. Again, it's, gosh, you look today and you see what's happened to gold over the last 2 months as the dollar has rallied. I think that's a transient deal. I think the dollar eventually goes back down. For risk to it, from political risk of the midterm elections, the geopolitics of stuff that's going on, the de-dollarization risk, the trade wars being a part of it. The dollar resumes its move downward, and the metals begin to rally with increasing momentum. Even this digital form of metal that you see priced on the COMEX, it begins to rally.
I would too. I would love to see a volcano erupt and see that and stuff, but y'all just need to get ready. Y'all need to plan ahead and get ready for our volcano. You're about to see a volcano erupt. You're about to see Montana erupt. Wyoming. You're about to be right up and close in it. You're going to feel it too. You're going to freeze your ass off is what's about to happen. Get ready, guys. This is going to be like the dinosaurs. We're going back to the Wild Wild West, and I'm thinking about selling my car and getting me a horse and wagon. I'm thinking about going back to the Lonesome Dove era.
And I think we have a pretty good, not only back half of this year, but next year too. The challenge is for you. The challenge is for me. The challenge is for the thousands of people that will watch this discussion to try to figure out how they can best protect themselves from these events that are most certainly coming in one way, shape, or form or another.
Well, that's a good thing. A four-wheeler's great because that's what Jason Aldean's using. They're going to use them at the military, the former military, Marines militia in Georgia. They're training right now with four-wheelers. And believe it or not, they're doing like traps and making shark tanks for the terrorists. So they got their plan, and they're even going to use meth bombs to blow up a whole freaking platoon. They're ready to do this, and they don't understand. There's not going to be easy to take our freedom. I don't care who's on here, man. It's not going to be easy. I think that's why George Soros is taking a long time. Who was hell yeah? Somebody sent me a message saying, hell yeah, you're back. Mark Davis says, hell yeah. He says, you're back. Man, I did not know I was that much loved. I'm back because y'all asked me to come back, and I wasn't going to quit on y'all. Y'all understand. It's hard as heck to stop me. Today killed 4 people. Where? My eyes are bad. Shoot, I can't read that good and see what to say. What? Four likes, thank you. Explosion in. Well, I heard they shot at a drone, China's drone today. The Middle East did. I think Iran shot it. Or Israel. Somebody did, I forgot who it was. What is next? Okay. I'm trying to get where I was at. What's next here? Okay. Okay, there it is. Breaking news. Pope Francis.
Today is June 24th, 2018. Yesterday, a Vatican court jailed an Italian priest who had been working as a diplomat for the Holy See's Washington embassy. Turns out the man had possessed and was sharing child pornography. The jail sentence is for 5 years. Monsignor Carlo Alberto Capella pled guilty on Friday, the opening day of the court case, saying that the reason he did it was he was experiencing a personal crisis. He had been feeling useless as a counselor there at the embassy. So he started looking at child porn and sharing it with others. The 51-year-old told the Italian judges in the tiny courtroom there in Vatican
be careful. Be
City that
safe.
he had started looking at child porn online on Tumblr back in the summer of 2016 and also was engaging in sharing child porn with other users. According to the court case, more than 40 photos and videos showing sexual contact between adults with prepubescent children were found on the priest's mobile phone. The way that this whole mess had really gotten started was that the U.S. State Department at the end of last summer had communicated to the Vatican that one of their diplomats may have been violating the law with child porn. The Vatican didn't answer an official request to lift this priest's diplomatic immunity, but they did recall him to Rome. He was placed in custody this past April after they found enough evidence to show that he had in fact been engaging in the distribution of child pornography. Canada had also issued an arrest warrant for Capella because he had been downloading child porn from inside of a church in Ontario. So this is a guy with a real problem. In one of the latest scandals down in Chile, the Chilean church was absolutely rocked by accusations of wide-scale covering up of child abuse during the 80s and 90s. Last Wednesday, it emerged that the former Archbishop of Washington, a man named Cardinal Theodore McCarrick, had actually been removed from the ministry after he was accused of abusing a teenager nearly 50 years ago, back when he was a priest in New York. For Blackstone Intelligence, I'm Jake Morphonios.
That's big. That was big right there. So, what happened to the Pope? No news on him. Did he get arrested like they said they was going to do it, or did he get away with murder? I think he got away with murder, but God knows what happened there with him. But like I said, if you just joined us and you didn't see the first part, ring. Project Blue Beam is the Rapture, the fake Rapture. The real one will be 5 more years from now. With the bio weapon that's coming in 5 years it's going to beam you up there to heaven. Okay, it's going to be man-made. People think that God's coming back and he's going to put you in a rapture. No, it's going to be a weapon that China makes, and it's pretty much going to kill you. That's your rapture, pretty much. Meth bomb, you can actually make them in Coca-Cola bottles. If you don't keep it in the freezer, it'll blow up. If it's in the heat and you throw it, it blows up. That's it, bottom line. And I mean, it's got some power to it. Yeah, a lot of people, I don't think a lot of people seen that, which that's cool. I mean, not a lot of people understood it. I didn't understand it till I dated a girl that was friends with somebody that was making meth bombs. I was like, man, do that. And if you don't remember back in the day, there was a lot of houses blowing up, trailers blowing up. They were making meth. It was a meth lab. That's how you make them. But if you haven't heard, the Hoover Dam is running out of water. It's getting really low. I don't know if y'all heard about that or not. That's a big story out there, because you run out of water, you're in a heap of trouble. I think they're doing it on purpose to try to depopulate the country. It's another way of depopulating people. But this is what I wanted y'all to hear. This is pretty interesting. Here you go. Oh, by the way, if you haven't heard Judge Janine, she's really been kissing Donald Trump's butt lately. I don't know if y'all noticed that. But with The Rock trying to run for president, God, I hope not. I really don't. I don't want to see none of these people running. The only person that I could see run that's been really warning us about all this is Jesse the Body Ventura. And you heard who I thought his running mate was going to be, because if they assassinate him, then therefore you'll have Howard Stern as the president, and they don't want that. So that would be crazy. So enjoy this. This is interesting.
Donald Trump recognized history. He, like King Cyrus before him, fulfilled the biblical prophecy of the gods worshipped by Jews, Christians, and yes, Muslims, that Jerusalem is the eternal capital of the Jewish state, and that the Jewish people finally deserve a righteous, free, and sovereign Israel.
On December 6th, President Trump's words shook the world. He recognized Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, and whether he knows it or not, fulfilled his part in a frightening biblical prophecy, because according to the final chapters of the Bible, our country and every American citizen are about to face its greatest tribulation. Only the church leaders know the true meaning of this biblical prophecy that is encrypted in the writings of 4 ancient prophets, inspired to send a warning across the centuries to all true Christians and patriots. Therefore, before watching this documentary, be forewarned. You are about to see how all the world's leaders and their armies are silently playing their part in the lead up to the greatest and darkest event in human history, an event that may leave 290 million Americans dead in its wake. Once you witness the chilling evidence of the words of our Lord coming true, there is no turning back. It will simply be impossible for you to go about your daily life like you used to before knowing the truth. But take comfort, for it is God's will that you are here now so that you may have the time to prepare and maybe grant you.
I haven't heard anything about Jesse running. I heard Jesse Bobby Ventura, but you said another Jesse, didn't you? John, I ain't ever heard anything about John. Haven't heard a dang word yet. I'm sure he's coming.
Salvation from all the wickedness of our times. And if you're feeling skeptical right now, let me ask you one question. Who would have thought 70 years ago that the Jewish people would have a country to call their own? Only those who read Ezekiel chapter 37. That is what the prophet wrote 2,700 years ago. The hand of the Lord was on me and set me in the middle of a valley. It was full of bones. Then he said to me, "These bones are the people of Israel, my people. I will take the Israelites out of the nations where they have gone. I will gather them from all around and bring them back into their own land. I will make them one nation in the land on the mountains of Israel." Word by word, the prophecy made by Ezekiel came true. In 1947, the nation of Israel was born after the horror of the Holocaust, symbolized by the Valley of Bones. Scattered for more than 2,000 years, the Jewish people come from all over the world into this new state and made it an economic and military power. Yet, it was not whole. Israel needed Jerusalem to become its...
Say that again, Amy. That's what it's not it's not really the rapture, man. Okay. My advisor is telling me it's a bio weapon that's going to pretty much blow us up. Okay. We're not going to Fox was even trying to tell us what the rapture was with the Simpsons. And everybody else was trying to tell us, even the Bible. But the Bible even confuses you because the rapture is not going to have God coming to you and say, you're going to heaven. It's going to be these man-made stuff that's happening right now. Even says it in the Bible. Man-made kills humanity. And that's what's happening right now. And they're doing it on purpose. They're picking who's going to win. No, and believe it or not, nobody's even going to live. I'm going to be honest with you. Nobody's going to live after this. The rapture is a bioweapon. The fake rapture will be Project Blue Beam. And it could be July 27th is what I'm hearing. With the fake alien crap that's supposed to be happening, and they lined the planets up. If you not noticed, how did they know that Nibiru was going to cross the sun last year? And it's supposed to happen again in 7 years. You notice they get a little bit more time, 7 years for it to happen. It's kind of like it's a time deal. That's what I'm trying to get at, man. Not trying to confuse you. I think they're confusing you watching what you're watching. And I'm not. I'm warning you. And everybody else is ruining everybody. And I think everybody needs to know the truth. Well, he was going to run a couple of our elections back. And maybe he will. Donald Trump's not running next year. If you haven't seen my first video that I put out Friday on this channel, Hoover Dam about to blow. Yes. Yep. You're right. It's going to be blowed, all right. It's going to be blown up with a 12.0 on the Richter scale. People are lying to you about that. It's not going to be a 8.0. It's going to, or a 9. It's going to be a 12, folks. It's going to be bigger than you've ever seen. And it's going to be a weapon. It's going to be a nuclear weapon. They, like I said, Paul Begley lied. about the earthquake in North Korea. It was not an earthquake. It was a hydrogen bomb underground tested. They're going to use a hydrogen bomb to blow up the West Coast. It's not even going to hit the West Coast, though. It's going to hit the water. And the water is going to destroy Hawaii. And Hawaii's going to get destroyed and everything else. California, the West Coast, the whole thing is going to go on the left side. The right side will be another 6 years, folks. Remember how it goes. 7 years, we have the Nibiru going across the other side. So that we got 6 more years until it crosses the other side. And then what do we have? X marks the spot in the middle of the United States. If it makes any sense. I give it 11 more years left on Earth. Does not matter who runs for president. Don't y'all get it? Yes, I do get it. I've been saying that the next president has already been chosen. Yes. Have you not noticed? Fox has been predicting everything. Fox knows who's the president. Whoever Lisa is in the cartoon Simpsons is who's going to be your president. But The Purge shows who's the next president. If you go look at the new Purge movie, folks, Purge looks like Ivanka Trump, folks. I think Ivanka Trump could be your next president. It's a woman. I will tell you that straight up. It's a woman. Did you not understand what I just said? ex-CIA is saying the Rapture is a bio weapon. You've got 5 years. That's your Rapture. I promise. God is going to be up in heaven waiting on you. He's not coming down here. And when we're all disappeared and gone is when God and Jesus comes back to destroy the devil. Okay? I'm just giving you heads up. We're not going to be on earth when we see it. But yeah. I think y'all need to know the truth. Y'all are being deceived and lied to.
Rightful capital again, and that only happened with the support of President Trump. However, to the north of Israel, other biblical prophecies have come true. The prophets Isaiah and Jeremiah write about this Syrian civil war. This is what the Isaiah says. Damascus will no longer be a city, but will become a heap of ruins. And these are the words of Jeremiah. Damascus has become feeble. She has turned to flee.
World War III will start in 24 months. Mark it on your calendar.
And panic has gripped her. Anguish and pain have seized her. Surely her young men will fall in the streets. For 5,000 years, the capital city of Syria stood as one of the oldest and most prosperous cities in the world. But the civil war began in 2011 and turned it into a ruin.
Yeah, that's what my were telling me, Davis. And my people knows more than we do. They walked away from the pedophile government to give us the answers, to give me the answers, to give y'all, because there's nobody out there that's got the guts to even report the stuff that I'm doing. They either got kids or they're cowards or they're just typing nothing. I'm sitting here telling you without Anonymous's voice, without anybody's voice. I'm doing it with my voice and I'm telling you what I look like and everything. I do too. I believe in the Bible, man. But we're confused. The rapture is man-made. China is your rapture. Mark it on your calendar. And if you don't believe me, you will very, very soon. The funny thing is, you're going to find out very, very soon about the fake rapture when it comes during the Blue Beam Project.
Not only do the prophets talk about the war, but also the refugee crisis and the deaths of its men fighting for one side or the
Yeah, that's Blue Beam, Davis. It's okay. I know I can't even write good on these things, so I understand. You can delete it if you want to. It's up to you. But I'll read all of them at the end. I always do. I go look at my video and see what I need to learn on next and what I need to do better on my video. But I think this one was just right. Everything. I think the camera stand did good this time. I bought it this morning, and I think it did a lot better. In Hebrew 7:27. Well, I will tell you this. I'll help you out. 23 means 5 more years. 2023 is the bioweapon that will be ready. What did Jim Carrey try to say in the movie? 23. Everybody thought September the 23rd was the day that everything's supposed to happen. No. The only thing that happened on September the 23rd was that pedophile preacher, the Pope, Francis, came to the White House. That's the only thing that happened on September the 23rd. And Obama kissing his butt trying to get our weapons, getting our guns. Y'all don't understand. They're using the Bible, and you're listening to the guy. And when you listen to the government, all they're doing is deceiving you and splitting you up. And that's what China wanted, so they can fight easy on you. And if you want to fight easy, go right ahead. But my grandfather told me to fight against them because he fought for us. And that's the way I look at it. And our women and our kids are going to be raped and destroyed before they even murdered them. I'm just giving you heads up what their plan is, ladies. I want you to know right now. You better fight back or you're going to feel it. That's all I can say. If you let them do what they want to do to you, it's not going to feel good. And you're going to feel it before you die. I just want you to know that. Just think about the Hawaiian guy messing with them people in Hawaii. The FEMA camp. The FEMA death barges. You want to live in them death barges? Do you want to live in them FEMA camps? Like them kids did? 23 means 5 years. The bioweapon that will kill us. No rapture, that's our rapture. That's right. That's right. Man makes the rapture, folks. That's what God was trying to tell us in the Bible. Yeah. He's proven it, but it's not God that's doing the rapture. God sees you in heaven. You'll see. Everything that I have said in the last 8 years has come true. The funny thing is, my dad is starting to believe in me now. And he didn't believe me.
The army of Syrian dictator Bashar al-Assad has been fighting the rebels backed by the United States, Israel, Turkey, Jordan, and Saudi Arabia, and ISIS terrorists. In 2015, Bashar al-Assad was at the brink of total defeat. Yet exactly at that time, another biblical prophecy was fulfilled. Ezekiel 38 tells of Russia coming to the border of Israel. The word of the Lord came to me. Son of man, set your face against Gog of the land of Magog. I will turn you around, put hooks in your jaws, and bring you out with your army. In the latter years you will come into the land of those brought back from the sword and gathered from many people on the mountains of Israel. One only has to look at the map of the world as it was known at the time of the prophet to understand. To the north of the Caspian Sea, we find the people known as Magog, inhabiting the land known as Rosh. Over time, the ancient name of Rosh became current-day Russia. Twice, Ezekiel says that Magog will bring his armies from the extreme north to the border of Israel. None other than President Ronald Reagan, a devout Christian, said many times he truly believed Russia to be Magog according to Ezekiel. What about the word Gog? Bible scholars agree that the word Gog is not an actual name.
Well, the Bible proves that everything was man-made with the earthquakes, the volcanoes, and everything else too. Just remember that. I'm just saying, I am gotten good evidence thanks to XCIA and XNSA. They know the plan. We don't. All I know is, yeah, there is a rapture. There's a rapture in the Bible. And everything that the government is reading, they're reading it right out of the Bible. And they're doing what Jesus and God's doing on it. And we're not doing it. We're not going to let them rape our women or kids. No more. Period. And that's why I came online.
But a title. He is the ruler of the land of Magog, like a king or a czar. Ezekiel clearly says that Russia will come to the mountains of Israel in the latter years. This happened in September 2000.
You're welcome. I'm doing the best I can. I'm not quitting. I'm not giving up. Facebook can kiss my ass, and whoever else that don't like my real stories, they can kiss my butt too, because them big channels that y'all been watching, watch. If you not noticed, their videos are disappearing one by one. Even I noticed my videos were disappearing. So I had to go to gaming. And guess what? The little dog is going to beat the big dog. Mark it on your calendar. I'm kicking their butts and they don't even know it.
15, and never before. For the first time in history, the Russian Army, Navy, and Air Force became involved in a war in the Middle East. According to Ezekiel, Magog's armies has several allies: Persia, Kush, and Gomer and Togarmah. Iran has been known as Persia for much of its history during the time of the...
Hey Joyce, you're welcome. Y'all are all welcome, and I appreciate y'all all coming back. I care, and I'm putting my life, future, and my health in guard for y'all, because I love every one of y'all. I care. Y'all are being deceived. Y'all being lied to. Y'all got to stay away from the government, seriously, or they're going to kill y'all. Well, the alien thing is fake, buddy. I want to be honest with you right now. The aliens are coming from China. That's your sex robots. Mark it on your calendar. Because everything I have said, I should have went to Las Vegas.
Prophets and beyond. Right now, Iranian troops are on the ground in Syria, fighting side by side with the Russians and the forces loyal to the regime of Bashar al-Assad. Put in
Thanks for the
Kush
4
were the
likes,
ancient
everyone.
names of Libya and Egypt. Egypt and Libya both suffered civil wars, and the new leadership is very friendly to the Russians. But the greatest surprise is the land known to Ezekiel as Gomer and Togarmah. The historian Flavius Josephus referred to Togarmah and Gomer as the people that lived on the territory of present-day Turkey. In fact, Turkish history books identify these tribes as living on their land at the time of the prophets. 3 years ago, Turkey was a strong NATO ally, but everything changed after the failed coup attempt.
Okay. If you don't know what the bioweapon is coming from, it's coming from heaven, by the way. It's coming from outer space. It's going to come from a satellite. And it's going to be like a red beam, and it's going to hit the earth. And it will destroy everything. Mark it on your calendar. You're right, Ring. I should have put a picture on the thumbnail for y'all.
In 2016. Now, Turkey has become increasingly hostile to NATO and the United States. It forced NATO to remove forces from its bases. It's buying weapons from Russia. It fully condemned the idea of Jerusalem becoming the capital of Israel. And in fact, right now, the Turkish army is in Syria, fighting to defeat the enemies of the Syrian dictator. The End Times Alliance, prophesied in the first verses of Ezekiel chapter 38, has already been formed. Never in the history of mankind has there been an alliance between Russia, Iran, and Turkey. Now, one final prophecy needs to be fulfilled before the start of World War III. We saw how...
Which God, Amy? Because the God that Trump believes in is the Lamb of God. I just thought you might want to know that. Y'all are all being deceived. Obama's God is the Lamb of God. The same God that Donald Trump believes in. I just thought y'all all might want to know that Obama and Trump has been the tag team on y'all for a long time. Hell, Donald Trump has been kicking y'all's ass for a while now. Sorry guys, I'm trying to fix the camera. I kind of got confused there. But yeah, I thought y'all might want to know that. Donald Trump ain't the only one that's a Freemason, Davis. You got Bush, Clintons, the Reagans. You got Waltons. Walmart is owned by who? Clintons. China. There's your Freemasons right there. George Soros. You got Trump and Obama. The next person that comes in here will be a woman. Okay? Okay? And I believe it's going to be Ivanka Trump, folks. The whore of Babylon is Ivanka Trump. And Donald Trump wants to die. He's already said it. He's ready to die. It doesn't matter if they kill him or not. He's going to walk right off in the sunset and finish this thing. He wants to leave with a bang. And that's what he said. He's announced it, and he said they're coming after him. Fine. He did everything that he said he was going to do, and he proved everybody what he was going to do, but he was a pedophile. Seriously. And I don't care if you think God believes in that. He don't. And that's what he is upset with. Joyce is awesome. Thank you for coming back, Joyce. Message. I'm glad y'all finally found the description on the bottom. A lot of people couldn't see it, so I put it out there on the other side. So we'll figure out. Well, I'm trying my best to get everybody back on there, but with everybody, you don't understand. I've been suspended on Facebook 3 times in a week, folks. That's 14 times in since 2016. So yeah, the bioweapon is the Rapture. Yeah, beam me up, Scotty. Yeah, it's gonna beam you out. It's gonna beam you up, all right. You're gonna be fried like a chicken, and that's all I can say.
Jeremiah predicted the destruction of Damascus in chapter 49, but there is one more
The bioweapon is just like the movie Terminator. Do you know what I'm talking about, Ring? A lot of people don't know what Terminator is, but Terminator is that weapon. Okay. That's the bioweapon. It'll be done by 2023. And 23 means that weapon. But 23 means the hydrogen bomb too. There's 2 23s out there. North Korea's hydrogen bomb is a 23, and so is the bioweapon. Like I said, the timeline is 11 years left on Earth. That is what I said, and it's happening.
thing he wrote about that has not happened yet. I will kindle a fire in the wall of Damascus, and it shall consume the palaces of Ben-Hadad. Ben-Hadad is not an actual person.
Oh, yes. I mean, I think everybody's got good opinions. Seriously. But Kevin Shipp's got everything he has said and Edward Snowden said is spot on. Spot on, folks. Everything that I have been saying that they're saying has been spot on. The only thing that I was wrong about was the earthquake in Louisiana. It was not an earthquake, and BP Earthwatch never said he was fault on that. He said it was an earthquake, and it wasn't. It was a bomb from the U.S. Navy.
But just do one simple search online, and you will discover that Ben-Hadad is the ruler of Aram Damascus. While it is clear that Bashar al-Assad is the current ruler of Damascus, Aram is a region in Syria now known as Aleppo. The city of Aleppo was just recently recaptured by the regime of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad with the help of Iran and Russia. Jeremiah says that soon his palace will be burning. How does this happen? Look no further than the headlines of recent months, and you see time and time again Israel calling for the assassination of the Syrian dictator. Isaiah also writes about the end of
Project Bluebeam. Just watch the special effects in Hollywood. Every movie. That's Project Bluebeam, Davis. That's the easiest way to do it to you. Like, for instance, you see that whale in the commercial? That's what I'm saying. That's Project Bluebeam. You're going to see that with Obama, and we're already seeing it with Obama. Obama and Bilderberg had a plan, and that is Project Bluebeam, folks. Y'all are all being deceived by Italy.
Syria's dictator. The fortified city will disappear from Ephraim and royal power from Damascus. This is the spark that ignites World War III. Ezekiel chapter 38 states that 2/3 of Israel will be destroyed in this coming war, and those left in the Holy Lands will face grief and pain and hardship. So what happens to the United States? Will we not help Israel at its darkest hour?
Nope.
To answer this question, we must first find the United States in biblical prophecy. John the Apostle in the book of Revelation and Jeremiah and Isaiah talk about another end times nation in their writings.
The United States is like a bully. They're cowards, and that's what's happening. We're not going to be there to help Israel. We never was. All they wanted to do is mock God with Jerusalem and all this other stuff that's going on with Israel. That's what that's all about. And even the prime minister of Israel is a piece of crap. He's a pedophile.
A nation called Babylon, or Mystery Babylon. The name is deeply symbolic. Ancient Babylon was a city made great by people who came from all parts of the ancient world, just like immigrants helped make the United States the world's only superpower. And because the prophets didn't know of the existence of the North American continent at the time of the visions, they called it Mystery Babylon. Some say biblical Babylon refers to ancient Iraq. But if that is true, why do the prophets see it as a nation surrounded by waters? O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures, where all who...
What now? I didn't understand what you said. I was trying to... Yeah, the original Bible is the one I'm talking about. Everybody else has been reading Obama's Bible. You know, the new Bible that come out of nowhere, the stupid James Bible that went to garbage. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. Yeah. No, he's not. He's a piece of dump. Hey, he got paid off by Trump and Jared Kushner. And if you did not know this, folks, Every president that comes in the White House gets to meet George Soros, the world bankers. No, I don't argue either. I just discuss. I just tell you what the plan is, and they don't like it. Oh well, we'll just let it happen. That's the way I look at it. I don't argue or fight with no one. I think the only ones I fight with is the trollers that comes in here and the bullies that comes in here and bullies us or bullies the women or the men, and then they're gonna get an earful like Nick Saban. That's all I got to say. Roll Tide.
Who had ships on the sea became rich through her wealth, while biblical Babylon has access to waters rich in resources. Most of Iraq is a desert and has only a narrow stretch of coastline. Why do the prophets talk about pollution when in ancient Iraq there could be no such thing? Thou hast destroyed thy land. I have polluted mine inheritance, and have given them into thine hand. Babylon mounts up to heaven, and descends above the heights of the clouds. These metaphors clearly reference a nation that has discovered flight. It is obvious that Babylon, or Mystery Babylon...
Oh yeah, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I have come to a conclusion that all these murders has been happening with the Freemason ring or the chip. The Ultra, MK Ultra is the microchip that they're going to try to put on us, that all the Hollywood stars are getting right now, that's getting glitched left and right. They're not ready to give you the chip, guys. It's not time yet. They can't get it right. And that chip, if you do wrong, like the Hollywood stars are doing, that chip tells them what to do, and it tells them to kill themselves. They'll do it. And that's what's happening right now, folks. Just like I said in the Knight Rider show, Michael was in a trance. That's the same thing. NBC been trying to warn you in the Knight Rider show. So remember that, folks. You take that chip, and atheists, devil worshippers, you take that chip, they're going to kill you. Hey, aliens, fake aliens, they're going to kill you because they're going to be robots. And if you take that sex robot, they're going to kill you. I seen a movie with the sex robot back in the 90s, or it was the 80s, somewhere in there with my dad. And I was a kid. And I watched something that scared the crap out of me. A robot is having sex with this person, and the person gets killed by the robot. I don't know if y'all remember that. I don't remember what it was called, but that's freaky. And now, here we are in 2018, they're talking about sex robots. That scares the crap out of me. So, think about that before you try to use one of them.
Can't beat ancient Iraq, but the prophets have more to say about this end times nation. Babylon is hailed as a queen among nations, the lady of kingdoms. According to the prophets, Babylon reigneth over the kings of the earth. It is the praise of the entire earth, and an astonishment among the nations. It is a place of...
Well, King James is not the real Bible. I'll tell you that straight up. Everything in King James is what's deceiving you right now. And I'm trying to get y'all out of the deceive, but I warned y'all. That's all I can say. And, you know, you can either take my warning or walk away or leave or whatever, or keep on listening because I'm trying to make sense. And a lot of people are not making sense when they sit there and say they're not political, but they listen to Obama. And Obama and Trump they shook hands. I showed you the video on my other YouTube channel, and they have been together for a long, long time. And that's the sad part. They wanted to divide this country when we need to undivide this country. That's why I came online to undivide this country. Work together as a team. Because if you don't, 4 billion Chinese are going to be kicking your ass.
Great riches, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of fact, the prophets say clearly that should something happen to Babylon, all worldwide trade would stop. The merchants of the earth will weep and mourn over her because no one buys their cargoes anymore. It is the #1 military power, and it's called the hammer of the whole earth. Isaiah in verse 18, chapter 2, talks about how Babylon's beginning would be unique and awe-inspiring. America was created out of the former British colonies, a nation made out of many states, just like the prophets foretold.
Oh yeah, by the way, the bio weapon supposed to not just take you off this earth. It's going to cut your airplanes off. It's going to cut everything off. It's not just the EMP attack. You've got the rapture of their rapture. Their fake rapture is going to be the bio weapon that I've been trying to tell y'all. It's going to cut everything off, and you're going to be either in the air, and there's part of your rapture. But what they're going to do is when they beam that laser into Earth, you're done, and that's your rapture. And it's coming from China's little satellite called Nibiru, called the Red Dragon.
Ancestors were the first British colonists, and we speak their language. That's the reason why Jeremiah sees England like a mother to the U.S., according to verse 50, chapter 12. More so, the prophets talk about the lion that is on the sigil of the mother of Babylon. England uses the lion as its royal symbol. The last crew the prophets left us is incredibly accurate. The scripture often refers to Babylon as a woman. According to the book of Revelations, she sits at
the Babylon of the woman is none other than Ivanka Trump, folks. That's what I'm finding out.
Top water, and has a golden cup in her right hand, and a crown of 7 rays on her head. And the woman which thou sawest in that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. The United Nations, in theory, reigns over all the kings of the earth, and is situated in New York, the great city where you can see the Statue of Liberty. The statue is the most well-known in the U.S., and the symbol of Babylon the prophets are referring to in their clues. So why, then, are they also calling
Yes, ma'am, Joyce. You got it.
it the whore of Babylon? The sculptor of the Statue of Liberty was Auguste Bertoldi, a Mason belonging to the Great Masonic Lodge in Paris. Before beginning the Statue of Liberty project, Bertoldi was seeking permission to construct a giant statue of the goddess Ishtar. The Romans also adopted this fertility goddess, but they changed the name to Libertas in Latin, Liberty in English. Libertas is the mythological equivalent of Ishtar. Therefore, the Statue of Liberty is in fact a statue of Ishtar, the Babylonian goddess of fertility, love, and sex. According to the ancient Babylonian rituals, one could only be purified of
No, I can't do it all. You're right. I'm just a speaker of the Anonymous, the Marines Militia, WikiLeaks, and ex-CIA and ex-NSA that walked away from the pedophile government. John Moore is a great guy, and so is the other two, ex-CIA, Kevin Shipp, and then you got Kevin got a lot of help from Edward Snowden. So we got a lot of help from Edward Snowden from the hurricanes from last year. We hit it right on the dot, 17, you know what I mean? So yeah, there's not a lot of people out there, but like I said, Anonymous don't know how to put their own voice out there. I do. I'm not scared. But I hope I hope I kind of spread a little bit of light on there before we have tonight. Everything is coming to an end, folks, because we didn't fight for each other. We didn't work together as a team. We listened to the government, and that's what's happening right now. The blacks have been listening to this racist crap. And the sad part is, Dylan was a puppet to the government. Dylan didn't go to jail. He didn't go to prison. They gave him a big stake, and he's down underground with Jared, like south, like the subway. None of them going to jail, guys. None of them. We all been deceived. We've been lied to, and I'm going to tell you right now. The sad part is they tell you that you're going to be in trouble. You know what I mean? I'm only here to spread the gospel. Me too, man. I believe in Jesus, man. I really do, but we're not going to see God and Jesus until we go to heaven. We're going to be zapped and beamed up to heaven like Star Trek. And it's going to come from these lunatics. But I'm not leaving Earth until they kill me. And I'm going to fight for this country. We're not going to lose our freedom. They're jealous of our freedom, and I'm not letting it happen. There's EMP, but there is a bio weapon that's coming too. And it's being created by China, but it is none other than Bill Gates' plan. I hope y'all enjoyed that, folks. I really appreciate all of y'all coming back. Thank you, Joyce, for coming back. Amy, Rain, Davis, Gail. Who else came on here tonight? Thank you for the 4 likes, everyone. I love every one of y'all. I'm going to keep on going. Like I said, XCIA gave me 50 channels. I'm not going anywhere. I love you all. And I'm under the radar for a reason, because you're starting to see their videos disappearing. I'm telling you, Alex Jones is going bye-bye. BP Earthwatch is going to go bye-bye. And even Mr. Paul Begley. All of them are going. Israel News is deceiving you. Everybody's lying to y'all. And I just wanted to come on here and give y'all the truth because I think y'all deserve it. I love you all. God bless. I'll see you in the next one. This was a long video.